Hello and welcome once again. Now thank you for joining me. Okay, this video, I was given the idea of this video by one of my subscribers, Darkorian100. He's an avid follower, so this is mainly for you, chap. Okay, you've kind of given me the suggestion of making a kind of a Hall of Fame video. A video where there are the knives that I've bought. I've just been, blown away by them, by the quality, by the value for money. And I will say this now, I will make another video of knives that didn't quite meet my expectations for the price. Okay, now, yes, I do, first things first, I do have a fair many Spydercos, okay, and as you can see already, you can spot quite a few already, okay, but that being said, I'll go straight into it, okay. So these knives represent very, very, very good value for money, and I'm taking the viewpoint of in the UK. Okay, so in the UK, if you were to sink this amount of money on these knives, they would be worth your money here as well. Okay, now these are obviously just my opinions. Okay, and I'm sure if you lived in America and you bought these knives over there, that will just add to the value of these knives. Okay, so if you can get over there or get them shipped somehow, obviously negating all the export and taxes and things, then do it, okay, because you're going to save yourself in some cases 20, 30, 40 pounds, okay, but that's dependent on the knife. So I'll get right in there. So first things first, we'll start with the smallest. Now this Spyderco Bug, I think, is exceptional value for money. Okay, I think you can get one of these for about £7, or if you get it in the Spyderco Slip It set, I think you get it free. That's the kind of saving you'd get. Okay, so that's a Spyderco Bug. I have that on my keychain all the time. It's okay blade steel. I think it's not 8CR. I think it's like 3CR, something like that. But there we go. That's the Spyderco Bug. Excellent value for money there. A knife that I was quite surprised by was this Böker Solo. I think it only cost me about £15 odd, but for £15, yes, okay, it is made in China. It does say there, but if you look at it, it's very well made. Very well made, and it's comfortable. It's light. It's UK legal to carry, and it sharpens okay too. So for £15, I think that's another one of my Hall of Famers. Okay, often overlooked because Böker do make. I'm having some focusing issues. Sorry about this, but yeah, Böker do make all the big, the 55 Hunters and things like that, and they actually make a slip joint knife, okay, which is legal. Now I have to mention somewhere on this video, yes, it's a knife video, but there are knives on these. Now these Victorinoxes, okay, I've had this Victorinox, I feel a bit old now, but I've had this about 20 years, okay, and the scale's cracked and things, and I looked at the Victorinox UK service address, phone number, sent this off, and they put new scales on it, cleaned it up very well. They didn't add any tools or anything, but they put brand new red scales on it. They cleaned it up. I think they oiled it as well. They really serviced it all for free, because that's what you're paying with Victorinox. You're paying for a penknife for life, really. Okay, so I just cannot fault this. Okay, so, and that goes to. That's the same for Victorinox Soldier. Okay, I think Victorinox Soldier was about 20-ish pounds, something like that, and this has had a lot of pocket time experience. Okay, it's got a nice knife on it, and it's got a reamer and your can opener and bottle opener, and it's not that heavy for a silver A-lock scale. Okay, so we have to mention the Victorinox in the Hall of Fame, just because you can pick up a Victorinox for about £20 and they will last you a long time. Yes, the blade steel can be a bit soft, but you can sharpen it and you can keep on using it. Just excellent, excellent. Now, this is kind of a new knife. I'll probably have a few videos on this eventually, but this is a Spyderco UK pen knife. This is the new one, the full flat grind. Okay, excellent slicer. Now, this knife set you back about £43, something like that. I've had the you know, the saber grind kind of version of this, which is a tiny bit heavier by a few grams, and I've been carrying that for a year and a half, and that has been an exceptional UK legal knife. Okay, for £43, you can't really go wrong. They're so light, comfortable, very comfortable. I think they're based on the Cali 3 or Spyderco knife, and honestly, it's one of the most comfortable knives I've ever owned. And the steel is quite easy to sharpen, and you can get it quite sharp. So yeah, that has to be a Hall of Famer, especially for us Brits. Okay, so the UKPK there, brilliant knife. Have to mention the Delica, and of course the Endura. I just didn't want to crowd too many knives in here, but this has to be a Hall of Famer. Okay, just because I think one of these sets you back about £60 odd, but you are getting VG10 super steel, made in Japan, in Seki City. Yes, it's FRN handle scales, but they're not just any FRN. You know, they've got the good bi-directional grip on there, and it's still quite a comfortable knife. They're a knife that was kind of designed and made in the 80s, 90s really. It's still holds its own design wise. I mean, I would like a more updated version of this, where they make use of the choil area like they do on the UKPK and even the Paramilitary too, which I think you can see in the corner there. But for the money, £60 odd is good, considering you're getting very good steel, and just a durable knife. Both this both this Delica and the Endura. Okay, so that has to be in there somewhere. It's just one of the best everyday carry, if it's legal in your country, of course, EDC knives, and the same for the UK pen knife. Okay, both of those two very good carrying around every day. Have to mention the Spyderco Tenacious. Yes, this is the black one, more or less the same as the standard edition. Of course, this has upgraded hardware. Better bronze bushings, and it's just better hardware in it, all painted black. It's up to you which one you go for, but there are plenty of reviews and videos on Spyderco Tenacious. It's just, for the money, you just can't go wrong. Over here it's about £40. It's just a proper workhorse. It's quite comfortable. You can use it for a long period of time without it affecting your hands or damaging your hands. And the blade steel it's okay, but the good news is, of course, it's quite easy to sharpen. Okay, and it does take a nice edge. All right, so that's a pure workhorse kind of knife, one that you don't mind throwing around, using for any old thing. Okay, and it will give you results. Okay, excellent value for money, all round Hall of Fame of that knife there. Okay. Quite a bit of a surprise that's in here is actually the Ontario Rat 1. I think one of these cost me about £37, something like that. Sorry for all the fingerprints. Yeah, this I mean, osate steel does get very sharp. All you've got to do is just be careful of the rusting and things. Okay, I do apologise for all the reflection, but there we go. Yeah, Taiwanese made knife, and but the reason why it's in this Hall of Fame is because it just represents really good value for money. £35-ish for a locking osate steel knife that's very comfortable in the hand. For me, that just represents, with the pocket clip options as well, worth noting, and an ambidextrous thumb stud deployment, and it's fast deployment, for a thumb stud. So yeah, that has to be in there really. It's the reason why I also put it in there is I just really wish that Ontario Rat 1 they upgrade it. Better steel, better handle grips. That's probably the only thing that lets it down is the weight and the grips. So if we could have G10 on there, please, and you know, skeletonized liners if you do need to put liners in there, okay, and then you're on a winner, okay. But that just has to be in there because it just represents very good value for money, okay. And again, like the Tenacious, it's a workhorse, okay. Now another surprise that's in this Hall of Fame, which I did this and the other Böker are kind of the only two knives I had second opinions on, because the Bökers I've had genuinely are okay, but they don't quite meet up to my expectations. Maybe I've got high expectations, but I'd probably say that this one does, and the other one is an excellent alternative. I think this is the Böker Titan Drop. It's a thumb stud deployment. It's quite stiff, but that's purely because it's a lockback, okay. And this has a 440C steel, so it's high-end stainless steel, okay. And the great thing about this is it's got the titanium handle scales. I picked this mainly because of the titanium. All right, I know there's different grades of titanium, but to have titanium on a 440C stainless steel knife with a backlock for about £40, I think that represents very good value for money, and it's quite simplistic, okay. There's not too many design features going on at the same time, okay. You've got your blade, which is quite well designed. You've got a little nook there, so it's easier for sharpening. The handle is large and it's quite comfortable. It's not too thin, okay. And the backlock is quite easy to get to, okay. And pocket clip, it's tip up carry, excellent on both sides, okay. That's why I put this one in there, okay, because I just think for £40 with titanium scales and 440C blade steel, that represents for me quite good value for money. And for that amount of money, you've got a decent looking knife that you don't mind thrashing really, and it won't be too difficult to sharpen. Okay, now if you wanted a kind of a UK legal knife that has titanium on it somewhere, if you're got a titanium fetish I suppose, you could have this this Böker Subcom 42. Yeah, it looks like it's got a frame lock, but that's obviously been disengaged, and that would be legal to carry as well. Same steel, 440C, and a Chad Los Banos design. He's quite a famous knife designer, and it's got plenty of jimping and things, and 3-finger grip. It's a UK legal of a version of like a titanium knife, if you will, okay. And for £40 I think that represents pretty good value for money. Titanium, 440C, £40, can't really go wrong, okay. And it's quite small. Now we go into the what I've deemed the high-end knives. I'm afraid, you know, I don't have any 200, 300, 400 pound knives. I don't have any £3,000 or £5,000 knives either. So for me, these are what I'd class high-end knives at. Okay, we'll just start off with the Benchmade, just because it's in the middle. Okay, so obviously this is a Benchmade Griptillian. They do a Mini-Griptillian. The design hasn't really changed that much. It's just an excellent blade shape, quite easy to sharpen because of the shape. Very useful blade shape that. It deploys very quick. Well, yeah. Sorry, I had a bit of performance anxiety there. And it's got the axis lock. Okay, so it's very secure for a while, although it can fail. I've seen it fail on another video. It's very grippy. The only thing it will probably let you down on expectation wise is just how cheap the handle scales feel. So Benchmade, up your handle scales, don't mind paying an extra 10 or £20, and you're good to go. Okay, but yeah, this at first, when I first received it, because of the scales, it was lower than my expectations, but then I got used to it, and it's very secure, and just fits in the hand well, very useful, okay, and yeah, it then obviously surpassed my expectations, okay, so that has to be in the Hall of Fame somewhere, okay. One of these set you back about 60 odd pounds, 60 or 70 pounds, okay, and they come in a variety of flavours, okay, well, colours. Now this, obviously, if you've seen my other video, this is if I had to run out the house or just go somewhere, this is the knife I'd take, without a doubt. This is of course the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Value for money. I mean, yeah, okay, I do agree. £100 or £112 is a lot of money for a knife, but you really do get what you pay for. I cannot stress this enough, okay? If you know someone that does have a Paramilitary 2, go and try it for yourself, okay? You'll be surprised, okay? One, you'll be surprised at how fast the deployment is. Very fast. The large Spidey hole, the large, very large torque screws, okay, and the large lanyard hole, okay. The four-way pocket clip options, tip up, tip down, and the kind of compression lock, okay? I'll just press the compression lock, and the knife swung down, okay? Very, very loose. But when it's locked, crikey, it's very, very secure. Okay, now I've done a comparison between this and the military. Go for this one. It's as simple as that. It's less threatening. It's just a perfect everyday carry knife. You can hold it in this grip, even further back. You can choke up. Okay, it's got excellent blade steel, S30V. You'll very rarely need to sharpen it. I've had it about 3 or 4 months now, sharpened it once, put it that way, and I've used it a lot, okay? So, like all blade steels, they'll all need sharpening, but this one not as much, okay? And the G10 is very nice as well, okay? Not all G10 is the same, okay? There are different scales of G10 as well. So, it's a bit of a close-up, okay, minus the fingerprints, I'm afraid, but there we go. It's got jimping in all the right places. It's just an excellent Hall of Famer, and it's my favourite knife that I own. Okay, and definitely highly recommended. Yeah, £100 a lot of money, but if you were to buy one knife in your lifetime, you would definitely not go wrong with this. Okay, and there are plenty of other knife collectors on YouTube that have spent absolute thousands on knives, okay, probably thousands just on this particular model, but I think they would agree with me there. Okay, so there we go, that's that one. Now, if you didn't want a tactical kind of looking one, there are other colour options available. You can get it all black with an all black blade. Okay, well, that's even more tactical, but you see where I'm coming from. You can get it with just the standard black scales and satin finish. Okay, now if you were looking for a more of a gentleman's kind of version of that, in a way, another one of my favourites for actually more money than the Paramilitary is actually my Spyderco Sage 1. Okay, it's a very nice knife. All right, very good quality control on here. It's made in Taichung, Taiwan. Don't just think of that as Taiwan, please. They make some extremely good knives over there, and quite rightly so. Okay, this is kind of like as I think Tough Thumbs has said, it's kind of a half carbon fibre, half G10 there. So it's not all carbon fibre, but it's very nice to look at. The deployment is very solid. Black pocket clip. The finish on it, on all these torques, is just out of this world. Okay, it's got a Walker liner lock, which is quite easy to, close, quite easy to deploy. Okay, same steel as a Para, the CPM S30V, so you won't need to be sharpening that very much. It's just very comfortable as well, and it's a lot less threatening, in my opinion, than the Paramilitary 2. It's an all-round kind of collector's knife in a way, if you want to use it for everyday carry, but it's just it's just another Hall of Famer, really. This knife surpassed my expectations as well. Okay, and I certainly would not hesitate in buying another Sage knife. Okay, So there we have it. Not a very quick video, so thank you for staying with me on that. But these knives, I really do rate them a lot, and I think if you picked up any one of them, they would surpass your expectations. Maybe not instantly, but of course over time with use, and there we go, really. Okay, so hope you've enjoyed it. Check out my more negative video of knives that didn't quite meet my expectations, and then you kind of know which ones to think twice about, or just to avoid completely. I'll leave that up to you. But there we go. There's my high expectation, meeting and surpassing my high expectations of knives video, and thanks for watching. Now of course this video was dedicated to a subscriber. Please do comment, rate and subscribe down below. Put a suggestion in for a video. If there's a tool or a knife you want to me to review or just talk about, put it in. If I've got it, I'll do one. Not a problem. Okay. So there we go. All right. Once again, thanks for watching, and take care.